Well, hello, hello, hello. It's been a
What
minute.
up?
It's been about a month since we've done our last one. So, how is everybody doing tonight? I see some comments in here. Hey, Paris the Film Girl. Nathan Mills is here. Let's see. How is everybody doing? It's great to see everybody. And most importantly, TJ, how are you, bud?
We're good. We were a couple seconds late live on Facebook, but we are live on Facebook now too.
Well, hello, Facebook Live. How are ya? How are ya? So, but anyway, how's it going, buddy?
Slow and steady, man. Staying busy,
Same
working,
here. Same
awful,
here.
being awful at getting these lives out.
Oh my gosh, I know we are bad. We're bad. Life gets busy
Yeah.
though, but we will definitely get on a better schedule when it comes to doing our lives, and we've talked about some other things possibly to do like TikToks and everything. So, yeah, a lot of great things coming. AJ the Rob, how are you? How are you? How are you? So, and then Paris the Film Girl says good night. Well, have a good night, Paris the Film
Have a
Girl.
good night, Paris. Sorry you can't hang out with us tonight.
Yeah. Well, I hope you have a great rest, and definitely come back for the pre-record or the recording after this. So, but yeah, it's been a month since we have done anything, and we've definitely seen a lot of movies. And we've had trailers come out, so there's a lot of some stuff to talk about, definitely. Uh, and one of the things, well, three of the things is 3 movie reviews. So, Evil Dead Burn, The Odyssey, and Spider-Man: Brand New Day are some of those. So, but yeah, got some new comments. Let me see if I can. What's up, Megan? How are you, friend? Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well and having a great week. So, but anyway, and then yeah. So, TJ, what is besides work? What else is new? What's going on?
We need to talk about some movies, man. I've been
Let's
watching
talk.
some.
I know, me too.
I've
So
been I've been
watching
watching some that I haven't told you about.
what?
Yeah, I got one I'm going to talk about in particular. We're gonna get into it.
Well, you want to go to that? Talk about that first.
I watched Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Okay, I know I've seen it and I love it. What
Yeah,
did you think of it?
you talked about it. I think in one of the earlier episodes. I thought it was really good. I'm a little sad that
Good.
I waited so long to watch it.
I know it's underrated. Like it's kind of I've heard a lot of hate about this movie, and I'm like I don't understand it. Like this is one of those movies where I think it's better than something we're going to talk about soon, which I think a lot of people know. But I loved it. I'm glad you thought it was really
Yeah,
good. I'm
yeah,
glad you were a fan of it. So
for sure.
um
It definitely had some creepy moment. I feel like this movie's been out a little bit that we could talk about.
yeah, let's
It,
talk about it. Yeah.
dude, I've when she like went to clip that girl's toenails and like ripped all that skin off her leg, I was
Oh
cringing,
gosh.
dude. I was jumping so hard.
Yes. Oh, I remember that scene in the theater. I was the same way. I was just cringing so hard. Like, oh gosh. So, but yeah, I mean, I loved it. Definitely had, like you said, some good suspenseful, eerie, scary moments. Um, I thought the acting was well done. I uh I could definitely see where people are very much saying like this is a Evil Dead movie because it definitely at times feels like an Evil Dead movie. You get that atmosphere. But I love the fact that they did a mummy movie and they put a twist on it, cuz normally um it's kind of the same premise of a mummy movie. But in this case, it was like a little girl that was the mummy. And again, there was a lot more to it than just a mummy movie. Yeah. And I loved it. Huge fan. Huge fan. So
And that really had me on my edge of seat is like when the little girl was first initially getting kidnapped.
oh
Like
gosh.
first off, like was it like a they were moving to and with her grandma to a neighborhood they didn't know, and they were just letting their little girl just chill out in the yard. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that, but
No.
like I could not imagine. Like I'm obviously a father of a little girl,
Mhm.
and then that scene where he was like chasing the lady through the city or the town or
Yes.
whatever it was, and like he would get a glimpse of her, and then like he'd run and he'd lose her, and then he'd get a glimpse of her. I could not imagine being a dad and going through something like that.
No. No. Not I just like I said, I'm not a dad myself, but it was heartbreaking for me to watch. Like that was just so intense and just very sad. And then of course, towards the end of the movie where they saw the footage of what that little girl went through when they were about ready to mummify her and do whatever they were gonna do, like the footage, like that was just intense. That was so sad. And I was just heartbroken. Heartbroken.
Real quick too, Jesse Wilson, thank you for the like on Facebook. Nathan, thank you for
Thank
the
you.
like, and my beautiful wife Megan, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And Megan, I'm alive too, very much. Getting through the week. Um, everybody, first of all, thank you so much for stopping in. Make sure to like this. You know, we thank you for your support and love, and we just really appreciate that. This is episode 26, by the way. This is our 26th stream that we have done. That is crazy
Yep.
to think about
And
that.
for those of you that have also been paying, well, yeah, I guess it would be 26. Episode like 23 or whatever was when I lost internet
Oh,
halfway
yes,
through.
I do
So
remember that.
I
Yeah.
20, 25 and a half.
25 and a half. Okay.
Yeah.
25 and a half.
But for anybody that is listening to, I've been slacking very strongly on getting our content uploaded on Spotify. And if you look right now, as of that, literally that very second, all of our episodes are now caught up on Spotify, except for obviously the live
Yes.
stream because we can't do a live stream on Spotify.
Which I'll leave that all down in the link below. If I haven't yet. I was having issues with like StreamYard like, a couple days ago. So I had everything
Yeah.
ready and then everything just like and nothing was working. So if I don't have that link down below, I will put that link down below after this stream. So but yes, please join us there. You can listen to all our previous ones wherever you are.
We have a
We
total of 5 followers on Spotify.
Ooh, so come on, people.
5.
Come on. And spread the love. Spread us around. Let us let people know about us. We'd really appreciate that. So thank you. But yeah, so yeah, I again the mummy was awesome. What other things did you enjoy about it or things that really stood out for you?
There was honestly like when the girl started coming into her I loved the ending. Actually, the ending
I did
was
too.
great. It was a good, like, solid ending, and, like, the way the dad sacrificed basically himself for the little girl was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's absolutely something I would do for my daughter, and
Yeah.
then the way that the mom was able to spin it all the way back on the lady from the beginning was really good.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Very
really
cool.
I really love the ending. Like I really love the ending of it. Um I don't want to always like say that like this is like an unofficial Evil Dead movie, but I do like, you this like the Evil Dead movies, especially like the Raimi movies and then like Drag Me to Hell. Like I would put this in line with all of those. And I love every single one of them. So, um big fan of it. I'm looking forward to rewatching it. I bought it on 4K, so I'm gonna give that another spin closer to the Halloween season. So but I'm glad you really enjoyed it. So I'm glad
Yeah,
you
I
were a
did.
fan of
It
it,
was
bud.
good for sure, for sure. Definitely would
Yeah.
watch it again.
What else you been watching?
Honestly, I mean, I've been working so much, I haven't had a whole lot. But that's the
Mhm.
main one that's popping up on the top of my head.
Yeah.
Megan and I have been, obviously really getting into House of Dragons, and then we also started rewatching Game of Thrones, where I think we're getting
Nice.
close to the end of season 1 of that. So yeah,
Cool. Cool.
yep.
I've been watching a lot of summer camp horror movies, like definitely getting As summer's coming to an end very soon, I'm trying to get through some great summer camp ones. So I've pretty much watched a majority of the Friday the 13th movies, and I just have Freddy versus Jason and the remake left. Um, but yeah, been marathoning those and then watching some other ones. So, but as far as anything else new, well, I before not new, but before Spider Man, I caught up with like the well, I didn't. I just revisited the other Tom Holland Spider Man
Yeah.
movies. So, but that's it as far as like my watches that I can think of. There, besides stuff that we've seen in theaters, there's nothing new that I've been watching. So, I know Masters of the Universe is now on Amazon,
Yes, and it
and
is thriving on Amazon too, from what I've
yes,
seen, which I'm excited for. Hopefully, that gives them the kick in the butt they need to make a second one because we want a sequel
we do. I
for
really
sure.
do. Well, I think some movies too. I'm sad it didn't do very well in theaters, but I think some movies, when they catch popularity on, like, say, Amazon with Masters of the Universe, I think the studio looks at that and goes, okay, well, maybe there's, some hope that we can continue on with it. So
Mhm.
I hope it happens. The way that the movie ends and the end credit scenes, I really want a sequel. I want
Yeah,
something.
we
So
need She-Ra.
yes, we do. Yes, we do. So, um, Megan says y'all are on season 2 of Game of
Oh,
Thrones.
are we on season 2?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we are. Okay, I forgot season 1 ended when,
Oh,
Ned
yeah.
yeah.
And then AJ Robb says, I really love The Long Walk, one of my favorite recent movies. I still have not seen it, but you have seen it, TJ. I know
I
you.
have seen it, and for those of you, because we've not talked about this, that have been keeping up with all the crazy MCU updates. The actor from The Long Walk, I do not know his name because that's the only thing I've seen him in. But there was
Yeah.
two main characters. There was a white kid and a black kid.
Yeah.
The black guy, he actually just got announced by Marvel that he's going to be playing Black Panther's son in Black Panther 3.
Yeah. Very excited. I
Which
mean, we
is
still got
awesome.
that news to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we've been slacking. Uh,
Gosh. Oh my gosh.
Dude, we gotta
So,
jump into that. Honestly, right out the gate, we got fucking Ghost Rider coming with Ryan
yes.
Gosling. Ryan Gosling.
Yes.
Now, I'm a Ryan Gosling fan. I'm a
Hmm.
Ghost Rider fan. Levy, then Avengers Endgame Encore. Avengers Endgame is going to be released in select theaters actually next month, the month of September. And Disney also revealed a new thing called Disney Xfinity, which
Ooh.
at first I was like, oh, well, that sounds silly. But I looked into it a little bit, and it's actually basically a Disney has to approve certain movie theaters to play Disney Xfinity, and basically it's bigger and better and brighter screens essentially. And Avengers Endgame is going to be the first movie to be shown in this new platform,
Ooh.
which I think is
When,
cool. Um, my mother has came in and said hello to my favorite guys, and Caroline Jones has come in and
well,
said, "Hey,
well, hello, Cheryl, and hello, Caroline. How are you both? Always good seeing you all.
yeah,
So good talking with you. Um, and your mom's one of my favorite people too.
yeah."
So, but and Caroline's one of my favorite people too. Shout out to
Yes.
Caroline.
Now
Um,
we have also, this is later news. I don't know if I've talked to you about this. We have gotten, they started casting people for the X-Men reboot.
yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Oh my
So
goodness.
the obvious one we got is Sadie Swink,
Yeah.
who is of course going to be playing. And this is spoilers, but not really spoilers because everybody kind of
No.
knew
Yeah.
Sadie Swink is
Yeah.
playing Jean Grey.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got Sadie Swink playing Jean Grey. Emma Frost is going to be Samara Weaving.
I'm so excited about that
Yes,
casting. I got a
and
story to tell you about that in a minute.
today today they announced the actor for Cyclops, who is going to
Stop.
be. Oh, that's Kit Connor. That's old Cyclops. Um, no, that is the new one. Okay, Kit Connor is going to be playing Cyclops. I have never seen Kit Connor. I have no idea who he is. But when I looked him up, there was a movie. I think it was called Heartstopper, and it was actually
Yeah.
an LGBTQ
Yeah.
romance show, and he was one of the leads. So
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
It
And he
is.
definitely, if you look this guy up, he definitely looks like a young
Like
Cyclops
Cyclops.
for sure.
Yes. I'm with
Yeah,
you on that. I like that. I really love that casting news. Like, I
yeah.
thought
So
that
far,
was so good.
they've been spot on.
Um,
We've got some rumors for some other characters, but nothing like solidified yet.
mm. Well, I will say this. One of the other rumors, I don't think they've officially announced it, but it's the main actress from Alien Romulus, and she also played Priscilla Presley in Priscilla. She's rumored to play Rogue. It's Kaylee
Yes,
something.
I've seen her floating around, and then I've seen Adam Driver attached to Magneto. And I feel like
Okay.
there's another actor I saw attached to Professor X, but I can't remember who it was. Yeah, but of course
Gosh,
it's all just speculation and rumors right now. We don't want to give out false information. So
no. But I'll say this about Samara Weaving. So whenever I thought about, and I kid you not, like who would be a great Emma Frost, and so many people popped in my head, but the one person that always popped in my head because she's also just such a great actress was Samara Weaving.
oh,
I
one
always
that
thought of her as that character.
which she's not really a character that I'm like, oh, Emma Frost, so
Yeah.
I don't often fan cast. But the one person that pops into my head was actually Anna Taylor Joy.
Ooh, that's a good one
She was
too.
in what was the Gap or whatever we watched with
Yeah. Oh, with Miles Teller.
Miles
Yes,
Teller. Yeah, she was the opposite of him.
and Furiosa from
Yeah, Mad Max Heroes. Yeah,
yep,
yeah,
yep,
yeah.
yep, and
Uh,
New
some
Mutants.
of-
She was already in an X-Men
no,
universe,
that's
which is
right. She played Magic, which there's rumors, speculation of them bringing those guys back too, which would be
which I
kind of
hope.
neat. So I guess if she's already in the MCU, I guess it
But
wouldn't.
they can
Yeah,
always be like, well, this is a different universe.
yeah, like
So
they are with Robert Downey and
yeah, I
yeah.
know, I know. And you know what? Not many people saw New Mutants. I personally loved it.
I didn't
I
think it was that bad either, to be honest.
I thought it was great. Like I saw it in
Yeah,
theaters. It was like the first movie I saw in theaters after like theaters were now opening back up in 2021, and I saw it in the theater. I was like I need to go see this because they pushed it back so many times that I'm like I'm not missing this. Like this is going to be a
well,
theater watch for me.
yeah,
And
it
I
was
loved
fun.
it.
And
Yeah, it
it's
was
a
super
group
fun.
of mutants that we haven't really, like, had much exposure to as well, which is cool.
Yeah. And it was like horror movie based a little bit. Like it was like you got a mix of all that. So I loved it. I loved it. But yeah, I'm very excited about all the news that we got from Comic Con. I also want to bring up that the cast of the new Carrie TV show was at Comic Con, and I'm a big fan of like the Carrie
The
story.
Carrie movies
And
are good. I'm
yes,
very intrigued to see how they portray it in, like, a TV show fashion.
me too.
'Cause
They did
that's
release.
a movie in my head, like, it's a slow buildup, and it's been a while since I've watched it, but it's a slow buildup all leading to that final, the prom, the big boom.
Yeah,
So I'm curious how they're gonna do that in an episodic format, but still keep people engaged.
yeah. Um, I have hope because it's Mike Flanagan. I really love Mike Flanagan's work. And they did release a trailer, and I was actually like okay with some of the twists and not twists, but some of the
Yeah,
different directions that they were going. So like in this version of Carrie, pretty much all the she comes into this town and all the mean girls act like they want to be her friend and everything. And then when something goes wrong, that's when they, start treating her badly. So it looks like they're trying to do a different take on Carrie. And I'm glad to see that because they've had so many adaptations of the Carrie character, but that it's nice to see them go in a different direction a little
yeah.
bit.
He is also one of the writers for the Clayface movie that's coming out.
Yes, very excited about that. I was talking about that at work today with Logan. So
Yeah, yeah. Logan's
um
very high, but Logan's a DC guy.
yeah, I love DC too though. I
I,
love
I
DC.
like
I'm Marvel.
DC. I
I'm
like
Marvel
DC, but
though.
I'm
I
definitely
love
more
my
Marvel.
Marvel. I do want to say some questions. Paris the Film Girl. And by the way, I can't see if you all have any questions or comments on Facebook. TJ will read those off.
Yes.
But Paris the Film Girl has a question. She's got some questions here, so I'll go through some real quick. She says, "What is your favorite Evil Dead movie?" Mine is the original, and Evil Dead 2 are the best. What's your favorite Evil Dead movie?
My favorite is going to be Evil Dead 2.
Ooh, yeah.
Cut off hand with a chainsaw on a double barrel shotgun. Like, can't
Yep.
go wrong with that. My
Same.
number 2, though, probably a little bit of a difference for most people, but I loved Evil Dead Rise. I thought it was so good.
Same here. That's my second favorite one.
So, and then it's probably going to go after that. It's probably back to Evil Dead 1, DOG.
Evil Dead 1, yeah. And then 2013, and then so on, which we don't want to talk too much.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
We got some Evil Dead Burn to talk about. She also has a question. What is your favorite Spider-Man movie? Mine is Spider-Man in the Raimi universe, but MCU with Tom Holland. So favorite movie? If I had to say favorite movie of mine. Of all the Spider-Man movies, I'm just gonna go that. I'm gonna say Spider-Man. Oh gosh. It's a tie. I'm gonna say it's a tie.
Answer for this. So my answer for this.
You go first.
The easy answer is No Way Home. With
yes, I mean, yes.
That's the easy answer.
Yeah.
But I have notoriously on this podcast said how much I think Tom Holland's the best, Andrew, and then I think Toby's the worst. I do think that. But, and I'm talking about just their characters, okay, in general.
Yeah.
But I do think, as far as standalone solo Spider-Man movies, the first Spider-Man with Green Goblin is the best one.
That's my favorite.
I will say that. Even though Toby is my least favorite Spider-Man, that movie and that story and that villain are so iconic. It's hard to choose one of the other ones over it.
It's really hard to top that movie. Yes. Like for me, that's my favorite too. Like,
yeah,
because I love No Way Home, and there's other movies in this universe that I'm a fan of, but that first movie, like you said, Green Goblin is iconic.
Dude, William Dafoe. I mean, he was the standout villain in No Way Home because he was good as that character.
100%. I agree with that. The Sam Raimi OG movie, still the best. It's just iconic. It's amazing. I still love that movie today. There was just something special about, I mean, I love comic book movies that we have today, but like when they were really, really getting popular again, like with X-Men and X-Men 2, and then you had Spider-Man. Those were like some of those like early 2000s comic book movies that are just still so good today in my eyes. I love them. So let's see. And then we have some Evil Dead stuff, which we will talk about. So I'll probably go back to some of your other comments, Paris the Film Girl.
Since we've got a lot of Evil Dead comments, we just want to start with that one.
Let's start with Evil Dead. Yeah, let's start with Evil Dead.
Okay. I'll let you go first, and we'll talk about Evil Dead Burn.
Evil Dead Burn. So this is the 6th movie in this franchise, this universe. And we have another one on the way next year. But Evil Dead Burn, if you don't know the plot real quick, I'll just kind of give you a small little idea. It is about a family coming together and grieving the loss of a son, a brother, a husband. Where if you've never seen the movie, I'm not going to say too much. The person dies in the beginning in some way or form. And obviously the Necronomicon, or if I said that right, and everything just starts happening around this family, and one by one people start getting possessed. So it's kind of the idea without giving too much away. Um, so I've been thinking about this movie. For me, walking out of the theater, like I walked into the theater like with like, okay, this is gonna be great. The trailers looked, great. And I walked out, and while I found there were some good moments, I just thought it was overall okay. Like,
Uh, Benjamin Jupin, thank you for the like, and Katie, thank you for the like.
thank you so much. It was okay. Like for me, it was an okay Evil Dead movie. Um, I how I described it, like after I left the theater, and how I said it in my review is this does while there is references to Evil Dead, and obviously this is an Evil Dead movie, this felt very different, and it didn't feel like Evil Dead that I knew. Like even with the original movie, the original movie is probably next to this movie, like truly like just like grim, like scary, not really comedy, even though the original is kind of hokey with like the practical effects now. Um that still felt Evil Dead like. I mean, and the movies after that, just there was the something about them that I loved, and this movie I was like, this just does not feel Evil Dead for me.
Mm.
I feel like they went super dark at times. Um, I there was a couple characters that I liked, and but I didn't love, so I wasn't fully attached to them. And like I said, I think the biggest thing that threw me off was just how dark and grim this movie was. Like it didn't feel Evil Dead to me. It felt like something else, and they just threw in like Evil Dead moments kind of sprinkled out, like the
Yeah.
recorder and the book and kind of the idea of Evil Dead and like the
Yeah,
tropes that we've had.
it had the overall concept, but none of the
Yeah.
story or character building that the other movies had.
That's it. That's true. I would
Yeah,
just they did it didn't
yeah,
really have that. And also like when it, I am, obviously the Evil Dead movies for most part, there's a few that are like super dark, like they're not like
yeah.
comical.
I was gonna
Um
contradict that a little bit too, because I think like Rise was very dark. It had a lot of dark
it
moments.
had some dark moments. It had dark
Um,
moments.
so
But it
I
still
think
felt like Evil Dead for me,
yeah,
like, I don't know, I
yeah,
just this one didn't, like, I don't know,
yeah. So for me, and I don't mean to steal the spotlight a little bit from you.
you're
Um,
okay.
So I think if you're like a diehard Evil Dead fan, and Evil Dead is probably like top 3, top 5 favorite horror franchises for me. I just love the franchise.
Yeah,
If you're a big Evil Dead fan, I think this movie missed the mark. But I also think if you're somebody that likes Twisted and you like just in general horror movies, not so much for the story, but more for the horror and the scares, I think this movie was probably perfect for you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
I think
yeah,
I think our biggest issue is that we are fans of the franchise and it did
mhm,
not deliver on the franchise aspects.
that's what it
I
is.
also think that, and this is me just outside of movies too, I also think that they ripped some things off
Mhm,
from others. Like the overall story felt very similar to the video game Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, where it was
okay,
pretty much like an old redneck family in a farmhouse that's possessed, essentially, was the
yeah.
overall concept. And that's pretty much the exact concept of the Resident Evil 7 game. And then the fire
Oh
that
gosh, I don't
I
know.
literally felt like he was like a knockoff Vecna from Stranger Things. That's
Yeah, and
literally like watching him walk, like, and like that's literally what I thought was just they tried to do Vecna and failed.
and it just felt like when we got to that 3rd act, like, they kept
Mhm.
mentioning, like, "Oh, this big one's gonna come, he's coming
Yeah.
back." And I was like, crap, we're gonna get something scary. Like, this is gonna be scary. Which, if you watch the movie, what this guy does to his wife it's terrible. It's horrible.
Yeah.
But like when he's like the Evil Dead person, you're just like, here comes this big baddie. He's coming. He's coming after you. And it was like CGI, fire, Evil Dead, Deadeye. Like that's how I felt. I was like, this is
Yeah.
not what I wanted. Like I don't know. It felt just different. I'll say this. I think one of the things that the biggest thing when I think about it, and the reason why I'm just kind of turned off with this movie is because there wasn't a majority of the characters you just didn't care for.
Mhm.
You didn't care for them. Like you cared for like 2 or 3 of them.
And I think one of those ones that you care for was, like, one of the first ones to go.
Yeah.
The we'll say the car
Yes.
ride. We'll say the car
Yes.
ride and leave it at
Yes.
that.
Yes. Yeah. And then I like the lead. I really liked her in this movie. You want her to survive. You want her to get through this. But yeah, I just this family, besides the other sister-in-law, like this main character, she lost her husband and she's having to spend time with this family and none of them are there's not like a lot of likable ones. Like
Mhm.
I
All of them suck.
they do. And like you need to have here the biggest thing for me with movies, especially with horror
Mhm.
movies, because a lot this is grim. This is a very grim, dark movie. Um, you need to have characters that you're gonna like. And when you don't have that, it's hard to attach yourself to the movie. Now, sometimes you can, but a majority of the time when you watch a movie, if you don't like characters or if you can't attach to them, it kind of throws you away from the movie a little bit. And that's one of the things that I just with this film, I was like, I just didn't really care for a lot of them because you don't like them. You're not supposed to like them.
Mm.
Um, and then like when it was trying to be funny, I felt especially like with the grandma in this movie, um, I felt like the humor didn't work because it is this movie that's like, pretty dark and grim. And then they just try to throw funny moments in it. And it's like, well, you could have left that out because it doesn't feel organic to the rest of the movie. So, but yeah, that's my opinion with Evil Dead Burn. I'm obviously gonna own it because I am an Evil Dead fan, and I do want to rewatch it.
Yeah, I'm
And
hoping I'll like it more. Maybe I'll spot something that I missed the first time on a
me too,
rewatch.
me too, me too. I do want to mention without giving too much away. Should we talk about it? I feel like maybe we should talk about one thing, but if people haven't seen it, I don't want to really.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
I
a
mean, the movie's been out for a bit, but I still also think it's kind of fresh.
yeah. Okay, so we won't say too much, but where the movie ends with its post-credit scenes, there's two of them here.
Yes, yes.
There's one middle one, which is fine. It's good. But then you get the major one at the end of this movie. And upon my first reaction, I was like, "Oh shit, like I'm excited for this." And then I thought about it. And I thought this is going in a direction that Evil Dead has never went before.
Mhm.
And I don't know how to make sense of it. So that's all I'll say. What did you think of this scene? If you know what I'm talking about, what did you think of this scene, and how did you feel about it?
I think Terrifier, the movie Terrifier, crossed the line,
Yeah,
and with which I'm for gore. I'm fine with that to an extent. I think
yeah,
Terrifier was a bit much,
yeah.
um,
It was, yeah.
but I think they crossed another line.
They
And
did.
it's without saying what it is exactly without because I'll spoil something, and I feel like I'm worried that it's setting a bar for other movies to try to cross that line, and I hope that they don't do that, and I feel like one of the end credit scenes in this movie did that for me.
Yeah. I mean, it was brutal. Yeah. When I thought about it, I was
Yeah.
like, that's brutal. I don't think I should never went that direction. Um, yeah, with that scene. But like and then as far as like just kind of like where they're gonna go though with this like new little twist of bringing somebody back from the past like in a future movie, like I don't know, it's like more spiritual than anything. Does that make
Mhm.
sense?
Yeah.
What do you think of
Yeah,
that? Like, it's a different direction because it's never went that route before. I feel like I think It's different.
I love the character.
Me too.
Like this particular person was great. Um, I just don't like what it does for the story.
Yeah.
For I mean, they established that once this happened, they're dead, and then they erase that. So
Move
we'll
on.
see. I don't know. We'll see how it
That's
goes.
true.
We'll see what
But
they
yet,
do.
like you, I did not like the final scene. Again, talking about how brutal and dark this movie is, like why they went that direction, why that was what they were going to do to bring this character back, I don't know. I would have went a different direction. I did not like that. There was
Yeah.
another scene in this movie that I did not like, and it had to do with a dog, and I was like, again, why that direction? Like, why are we doing this?
And you notice too, which I thought about this part particularly, uh, after what happened with the dog happened, like they did nothing with the dog the rest of the movie. He was just there.
He was just there. Like, it was
Yeah,
like nothing. But you know, animals die in movies, spoiler alert, but the way that this happened, I was like, this is too brutal, even for me. Like, I didn't like that. I was like, this is
it
not Evil
was.
Dead for me. I mean, people die and animals die in these movies, but this was brutal.
It was rough for sure.
It was rough. It was rough. So, in the long run, though, like, where would you rank this movie for your Evil Dead ranking, and what's your overall score for it?
Overall, I give it like a 6. I didn't think the movie was all like I said, the horror aspects were there, and that goes far for me because that's what I'm there for ultimately anyway, is the horror and the gore. The story was just so rough that it severely lowered it. Had it
Yeah.
had a good plot, a good story, it would have been a solid like 9, 10. It
Yeah.
was just the story was just all over the place, so that hurt it for me. I would definitely put this probably like second or third to last in the franchise for me.
Well, I'd probably give this might sound mean, but I would give it like a 5.5 out of 10
Yeah,
because a lot of the other movies I love or really enjoy, and this one I just thought was okay. It wasn't awful, but it was just not for me. And where I would rank this movie, it's the bottom for me right now. Like
for
it's the
sure.
bottom. But that's Evil Dead Burn, and
Yeah,
I hope you all enjoyed it. Who saw it, let us know your thoughts. Like you said, I think there's areas where they're going the Terrifier route, and I don't like that because I am not the hugest fan of that franchise. And I'm like, let's not try to be Terrifier. Let's try to just stick to what the franchise is. You could do new things, but like there's just some things I'm like, no, I'm not really. I'm just not interested in that. Not interested in seeing that. So, but Evil Dead, there were some questions from Paris the Film Girl, which I guess we'll talk about right now. She had said I just saw the new one at the cinema, which was last week, and she absolutely loved it. That's awesome. That is so cool. And then she said the lead actress from Evil Dead Burn, who played Alice with a cobra over pink hair, she looked like Melissa Barrera, and I agree. Like, there's a little bit of resemblance there.
mhm.
So, and then she loves the Evil Dead remake, which I do too. That one grew on me a lot. The one
Yeah,
from 2013.
yep, I
So,
agree as well. I liked it as well.
all right. So, and then she does. Let's before we go on to the Odyssey. There is this one's a question or not a question, but a comment that I want to bring up. So, just watch the Ice Cream Man for the first time. I'm still looking forward to seeing the new one. Okay, so she watched the original Ice Cream Man. She's gonna go see the new one that's
I
coming out.
was I was unaware that Ice Cream Man was a reboot. I did not know that.
Well, it's not technically like a reboot. It's its own thing. They just both have the same name to them. But there is a
Gotcha.
90s movie called Ice Cream Man with Clint Howard, Ron Howard's brother. So,
Okay.
and it's fun. It's fun.
That drops this Friday, but I did check already, and E Town is not playing it.
Yeah. I think it's getting very limited screening.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's got very like gore wise, it has very like Terrifier esque gore. So
yeah, yeah.
I could see why. Cameron, thank you for the like.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And then Paris Film Girl says, "What's your favorite horror movie of the year so far?" Mine's Obsession.
Oh, easily,
Mine might be. Yeah, mine's an Obsession too. Yeah,
easily. Like
yeah,
if I had to put top 3 movies of the year so far, it's Obsession, and then 2 that we're talking about in this podcast.
yeah. I
So
love Obsession a lot. So
it was
yeah, that
very
was a
good.
great one.
It
And then
it deserved every bit of hype that it got.
it did. It really did because there was another movie that we saw, Dark Room or Back Room, sorry, that we were opposite of. Like
Yeah.
I do not
It
understand the hype
it
for
was
that
getting
movie.
like a crazy amount of love, and I thought that we both thought that movie just was awful.
Ugh, I was just not a fan. Somebody said like if you watch the like YouTube episodes or the mini episodes, it's better for you, but I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's not one I'm gonna own in my collection. So, and then Paris Film Girl said, "I'm so excited for Dune 3 and Doomsday in December this Christmas. It's Boppen
Barbenheimer. So
Thank you.
Barbenheimer was like a nickname because Barbie and Oppenheimer came out the same
Yeah,
weekend. So that was like
yeah.
a nickname. So Dune and Doomsday comes out the same exact day. So I kind of see that. So me and Justin actually already have our tickets for Doomsday. Yeah.
And it's like a 9 o'clock showing or something like that.
Yeah.
So
Opening night. Yeah.
yeah, I'm very excited for. I mean, it's making. I mean, for ticket sales, it's selling a lot. Like it's
Yeah.
big. Um, so obviously we'll not be watching both the same day, but I have a feeling we might, if things work out, we might go see Dune
Absolute.
3 that
I'm
weekend.
watching Dune opening weekend, hands
Me
down. There's
too. Like it's
zero doubt.
happening.
There's
We're
zero
planning
doubt.
on it. Oh my gosh.
Um,
I've been waiting. I have been waiting for this movie since the end credits rolled after Dune
yeah,
2. I
since
was
the
like
second I walked out of that theater.
I was like, I want it so bad. I was like, this is how
Yeah,
you're gonna end this movie.
for sure.
So excited. And then Paris Film Girl mentioned the new Resident Evil movie. The new trailer I saw looked much better than what I saw before. Like
Agreed. I
this looks
agree.
good. It
I
looks good.
agree.
It looks legit scary.
I have a
So
whole list of movies coming out, but we'll get into that in another
yeah.
podcast. But there's a
Yeah, okay.
lot that I want to see.
I do too. But yeah, so and then Paris, thank you for these awesome comments. We really appreciate it.
Yeah,
And thank you everybody.
even though at the beginning you said you were going to bed.
Yes, but you'll be watching the recording. And she talked about Disclosure Day, which I still want to see that one, and I haven't seen it yet. So I like Spielberg. But yeah, okay, so now let's get on to the
The big
next movie,
cojones.
the big ones, and the Odyssey. Do we want to start with do we want to go to
Oh
this?
no, we're going Odyssey. We're doing them in order of
Okay.
watch. The
Yeah.
Odyssey deserved every single
Oh,
bit of praise it has gotten. It's the best movie that I think has came out in probably over a decade.
me too.
This movie was a cinematic masterpiece. I have
Oh,
literally zero complaints about any
same.
seconds of this movie. This
Same.
movie is 2 hours, I think 56 minutes long, somewhere in that
Yeah.
area. And I remember at one point I looked at my watch and there was 20 minutes left of the movie and I was sad that it was ending.
Yeah.
I want a 6-hour version of this.
I did too. Like I wanted the movie to keep going and going and going. And I just like you said, I have no complaints with this movie. I described it as a masterpiece, and it is a
Mhm.
masterpiece. Like
Yeah.
and like you said, my favorite movie of this past decade. Like I love it so much.
I've
I
not
want to
left the
go and
movie
watch it
theater
again.
this hyped about how good a movie was since I think Endgame. In all
Yeah,
seriousness, yeah, dude,
Endgame.
the
Yeah,
movie's
that was.
just so good.
I know. Yeah, I think Endgame was the last one where I was like, I felt really hyped with it, and I was like just thinking about it for days. And I'm still thinking about the Odyssey, like of
Mhm.
how just amazing this was, and I want to go back and watch it in theaters again before it leaves the cinema because this is a movie that you need to see on the big screen. If you are thinking about wanting to see this movie, or you're like, well, I'm gonna wait till it hits streaming. This is one to go see in theaters, just because of the scale of this movie. like a majority of this film, practical sets, practical effects. The music, the score in this, amazing. The characters, the actors in this movie. And, I have never read the Odyssey, so I went into a lot of this just surprised at the direction that it went.
Mhm.
And I really loved it. I was really happy with this movie. I am really
Uh,
happy with this movie, and it puts a smile on my face still today.
I have read it, but I read it like in high school, like freshman, sophomore year.
Yeah.
And I also watched the original movie, which came out like I want to say it was like the 80s. Let me see, I found it. And like the special effects are just unreal.
Yeah.
I remember specifically there was like an owl that was on the boat because it was like guided by Athena or whatever, and the owl was like very bad. So
Yeah.
they made a movie in 1997. It was a TV movie. The
Okay.
original came out in 1954,
Wow.
and I
Okay.
think that's the one. Like I think they redid it in color, and I think that's the one I watched.
That's the
It
one you
was
watched.
very rough,
Yeah.
but
But
this one was great. Like this
it
movie was
was.
so good.
It was
Um,
amazing.
I remember the first like 15 minutes of it. I was like, man, this kind of has like a little bit of a slow start for how long this
Yeah.
movie is. But
Yeah.
then like once it got going, it did not stop.
Mm-mm. No. And I think and by the way, Nathan, he says, OMG, I forgot y'all went live. What's up, Nathan?
Slacking, bro.
And by the way, I'm not gonna lie, I was slacking a little bit too. I totally forgot
Hold
for the
on.
last minute that we had this stream, and like
Hold
TJ.
on, hold on. Nathan liked the stream when we first went live.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you,
Like,
Nathan.
that's funny.
But I was in that same boat, Nathan. I was sitting down eating food, and I'm just been so tired today. And TJ was like, you're late," and I was like, "Crap."
I'm yawning my
Oh,
way through this thing, man.
don't be yawning. Don't be yawning. Party time, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so uh, you know, highlights for me, like I talked about the practical set pieces. I talked about just how epic and big this movie is. I think, well, I know that for me, one of the things that keeps this movie going and how strong this movie is the performances. Really love the performances. And I just there's not even like
Yeah.
not bad, there was not even a low performance in this movie. Every person who was in this movie, they were there to be there, and they all did such an awesome job. And
The the
whether it was a
cast the cast was all A-list actors. Like every single
yeah,
actor in this movie was an A-list actor. It had a massive cast and it showed. Like they
yes,
all were dialed in and knew their stuff.
they did. They did. Even some of the actors who were just on maybe like two scenes, they're still powerful scenes.
Mhm.
Samantha Morton, I believe, she played, and I'm bad with names. She played the witch in the movie. Um,
So there was tech okay, so you're talking about the sculpting one.
yes, that
Okay.
one. Yes,
Okay.
that one.
Seriously was her name.
Yeah, seriously. She only has one scene in this movie, but that scene was one terrifying to watch. I was like,
Mhm.
where's this going? And two, it was just for just one like part of this movie, not one scene, but one like just small part of this big movie. She was fantastic in those moments in the film.
Did
And I
you see how
remember
they did the practical effects for that scene too?
no, I did not.
Whenever we get off the podcast, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Whenever we get off the podcast, look up a video of how they did it. It's really, really cool. It's probably my
Oh,
favorite.
neat.
It's probably my favorite like special effect that they did in the movie or practical effect,
Cool.
whatever you want to call it. It's really neat.
Mm. Yeah,
Mhm.
awesome. And Christopher Nolan, I got to tell you, he's one of my favorite directors. I love Christopher Nolan. And no movie. after Interstellar topped any of his films, or before that. Like Interstellar for me, for 12 years, almost 12 years, was my favorite Christopher Nolan movie. And then I walked out of the Odyssey and I was like, this is his best. Like, this is a
Yeah.
masterpiece. Like, I love this movie so much. And I look forward to revisiting it. Again, I want to go see it again in theaters. Like, it's just something that I'd love to see again in theaters. So, um,
And we
I,
did not watch it in IMAX either. So if we do go back, I
no,
want to watch it in that.
I would love to see it in IMAX. Oh my gosh. Like, I was seeing some of those screens that people were seeing in IMAX with, and I was like, that would just be epic. And the screen that we saw it on was still awesome though, because like again, they don't make a lot of movies like this anymore, like these big grand scale movies that you're just watching a big epic on the screen and it sucks you into the film. Um, you don't get that a lot nowadays.
Mm.
And Christopher Nolan, between the IMAX shots, the actors he picked for this movie, the practical work, the practical sets, the locations, um, this is just an epic movie. Like on the big screen, I loved it. Matt Damon's wonderful. Anne Hathaway gave the best performance in this movie, in my opinion, and I love
That's what
Tom
everybody
Holland.
has said for sure.
She's amazing. Yeah, and
Mm.
they're great together on screen. Like I loved her and Matt Damon on screen. Like you
Mm.
just felt for her. She was waiting for her husband to come back home after so many years.
Also, yeah,
And
it was like 28 years or something. She said she
yeah,
waited,
yeah,
bro. I mean, I love my wife, but 28 years is a long freaking time.
yeah, yeah. But again, absolutely loved it. Is there anything that you want to throw in here about the movie? Like,
No, you pretty much nailed it. I also love John Bernthal in this movie, which we'll get more
yes,
into John Bernthal in a
yeah.
minute because Spider-Man. Uh, but this movie was just phenomenal all the way through. Um, and two for
Robert
me because
Pattinson.
yeah, Robert Pattinson was great too. For me too, I actually, I may have told you this. I can't remember, but when I was in high school, like I've always been a huge fan of like mythology.
Hmm.
Greek mythology is probably the mythology I know the most of, but I'm really
Yeah.
actually fascinated in Norse mythology. But that's a
Okay.
story for another time. Greek mythology, I love it. So like I knew what was going to happen in this movie before it happened,
Hmm.
and it was really cool to see that not portrayed to live in a good format because my original comparison was an old ass movie.
Yeah.
But it was really cool to like see it come into life and like visualize it and like it's like watching a movie or watching a book become a movie,
Hmm.
and then actually like getting it right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I
Yes.
felt about maybe not some of the other characters essentially, or some of the characters even in the movie, but the way the story played out and the way the special effects went, like it was like perfect.
Yes, it was. It was perfect. So I'm just gonna say this right now. It's a 10 out of 10 for me.
Oh, easily, yeah, for sure.
Like
It's
it's
very rare that a movie is perfect. I would say
mhm,
the cats, there's like 2 or 3 very small parts that I was not a fan of the casting of, but other than that, everything else was great.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. 10 out of 10. Loved it. So but yeah, Master my favorite movie obviously of the year so far.
easily,
Will it
hands
be
down.
topped? Will it be topped? I don't know. I think we'll have to see in December. I think those are gonna be the two movies.
Yeah, if
Uh
it's gonna happen, it's gonna be Dune or Doomsday.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
I personally had a little bit of hope for Spider-Man, which we'll
Yeah.
get into in a minute. Spider-Man
Yeah.
was very good, but it did not beat Odyssey.
Did not beat this.
Yeah.
All right, so Spider-Man, brand new day. TJ,
Spider-Man.
what you
Okay.
thought?
So I love Spider-Man Brand New Day. Fantastic iteration. As far as Tom's solo movies, I think it was his best solo movie.
Hmm.
There were parts about the movie I did not like. Particularly with and I mean it's already like obvious
Yeah.
that Jean Grey's in this movie. There was two things with Jean Grey I did not like, and I'll go ahead and spoil this a little bit because it's not with it.
I think I lost you a little bit. Yep. I think we lost signal a little bit. He'll pop back up. There you go.
Yep. Okay, we're good. Okay, so I think they made her too evil. She had too much murderous intent.
Yeah.
And then I think my stream might have ended, like disconnected on. Okay, we're good. We're good back. Okay. Yeah, I think they made her too evil for the third time. And then in every iteration of Jean Grey I've ever seen or read, whenever she first comes into her powers, she's so powerful and she can't control it.
Yeah.
And in
Yeah.
this movie, every scene she had perfect control of it.
Yeah.
Every scene. That was another thing that I did not care for. And I was talking to one of my friends about this, and she was like, "Yeah, well, in the comics, she's portrayed as slightly evil as well, but that was because she could not control her powers.
Yeah.
And in this one, she could control her powers. She knew exactly what she was doing.
Yeah.
That's my only complaint about this movie. Everything else, phenomenal. Tom Holland, phenomenal. Tom and MJ's chemistry, phenomenal. Tom and Frank's chemistry, or John Bernthal's chemistry with Punisher, probably the highlight of the movie. Also, I do think that Frank did not get a lot of really good scenes in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they underutilized him because other than something that happened in like the final fight, he was
Yeah.
just there for comedic relief essentially. And he was
Yeah.
great. Don't get me wrong, he's perfect. But I wish they had utilized him a little bit more. And then the Hulk scene was also really cool,
Yeah.
but really short.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
those were my complaints. But other than that, this movie is great. I loved Tom in it. I loved his development throughout the movie, even though some parts of it were predictable. Um, we did not get the symbiote suit. I'll go ahead and say that, but fingers
Mm-hmm.
still crossed. He's got 2 more movies he signed on for. So, but yeah, this movie was awesome. Definitely a great addition to the MCU, and
Yeah.
hopefully something putting MCU back in the right direction.
Yeah. I mean, it's as far as money goes, dude. Like, it's only 6 days and it's already made over $1 billion.
Yeah, it's killing it.
That's killing it.
I love it. I love it.
Me too. I mean, I pretty much agree with a lot of what you said. Like when I walked out of the theater, like the Jean Grey stuff didn't really sit with me too much. But then as I thought about it, I was like,
Mhm.
yeah, like I'm not like a fan that she was the villain of the story,
Mhm.
like because that's not what the character is. Do I think she was a like a pure villain? No, I think
No,
she
no.
had there was reasons why she was doing what she was doing, but she was taking it out on everybody else around her. It wasn't
Yeah.
just like, oh, I'm going to go after this one person or these people that did me wrong. She was going after everybody that got in her way.
Mhm.
Um, so that is like where I see like the villain side of it. Um, but I would say, like, I loved your performance.
Yeah.
Sadie was like awesome in this. I'm looking forward to seeing her grow as Jean Grey. Um, I will say this: the other villain in the movie, like, there's a twist, not really a twist, but there's a third act where you find out who was behind the reason why Jean Grey is doing what she's doing. That character was again being portrayed as the villain towards the end, or the bad person, and you know that, not great, not a great villain. Like, they've great actor, but not great villain.
Yeah.
That would probably be my other
Well,
downfall
I
with it.
don't I don't think he was intended to be like a great villain. I think he was
No,
really just more of a justification for why she was doing what she was doing.
what she was doing, yeah.
Yeah, it was just
um
a plot figure.
yeah, I would say, like, for me, this is, and I was going back and forth a little bit, but I'm gonna say it right now. I think this is Tom Holland's second best movie. Like, for me, No Way Home right now just sits there at the top,
Yeah.
but this is like easily my second favorite, and I love Far From Home too. The only one that kind of drops lower, like really low, is Homecoming. Like, that's the
Mhm.
only movie where I'm like, I still think it's okay. Like it's fine. It's is
And
what it is.
again, I think Tom is the best Spider-Man, but I think
Yeah.
Homecoming, outside of Spider-Man 2 and 3 with Andrew or with Tobey Maguire, I think Spider-Man Homecoming is kind of like bottom tier for Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, like I loved him. I think he was great in the movie, but
Yeah.
his performance as especially Peter Parker just gets stronger and stronger with each
Every
movie.
movie. I feel like this movie, because like the first two movies, he was good, but it was
Yes.
they. I think they really were aiming for like a very like youthful and like inexperienced
Yeah.
portrayal of him, and I think this movie is like, I think a lot in a lot of ways the Brand New Day, the symbiotic or the not the symbiotic, the transformation of him in this
Yeah.
movie was parallel to him kind of blossoming into adulthood, blossoming into like I'm no longer a rookie superhero, I'm a veteran, I know what I'm doing. I think a
Yeah.
lot of that, like I think this was like a transition movie for him.
Yeah, and he was also out of high school and he was
Mhm.
dealing with like the loss of his aunt, which this jumps years after No Way
Yeah.
Home. So
Yeah, which I
still
didn't expect that actually.
yeah.
I didn't
Yeah, I
expect
was
it
not
to
expecting.
jump all the way to them like graduating college and stuff.
Yeah. And then also like having to see like the friends that he knows that he loves moving on without him because he had to make that choice at the end of the last movie to erase their memory of him. Um so yeah, you had that too. So like yeah, he's had to like go through this journey by himself pretty much. And I love the direction that they're going though. Is like the first three movies really are Spider-Man in high school and now he's jumping into adulthood and
Mhm.
navigating things. Um so I love that. And I also love and she was at the premiere, so this is not a big spoiler. You do get to see Aunt May in this movie in some shape or form. And I thought those scenes were great.
They
Like
were
I
really good.
really love her. Yeah. I really love her relationship with Peter in this movie, these movies. So
I think
um
honestly, I mean, she's kind of the Uncle Ben of Tom's franchise, and I think she
yeah.
might be the best Uncle Ben, even though she's MA.
Yeah. Yeah. She's wonderful in this.
Mhm.
Like you mentioned, I really loved John Barthel in this movie. Like that guy, I just absolutely love him. Great moments. I've not seen the Punisher show. That's still something I need to watch, but I really enjoyed him in this. But everybody has said that like his performance in the shows, his TV show, are far like better
Way
than
better.
we
And
got.
also, they portrayed a lot of him in this movie as like a comedic point. He,
Yeah.
he ain't he ain't funny in the show. It's-
No,
He's
I've heard
very
that.
serious, just nonstop combat action story.
I've heard that. I have heard
It's
that.
very
So
good.
that's on my list. It is on my list. I really loved and you mentioned this. I loved MJ and Peter's performances together. Tom and Zendaya, like they're just phenomenal in this movie. I loved them and they have some really great heartfelt moments in the film. Um there was one moment that we are all sitting there in the theater watching and I kept thinking in my head, I'm like, don't you do it. Like, um do
Do the
not
thing.
pull off another Gwen Stacy moment. That's all
Yeah.
I'll say. 'Cause I was like, you better not. I was like, do
Mhm.
not. Let's not do this. Please do not do this. So, and that's all I'll mention. That's all I'll mention. Um, yeah. So, but yeah, like so rating this movie for me, I would give this movie like an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna go definitely at least an 8 for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. I loved
For
it.
sure.
I do want to mention, like you mentioned, the Hulk scenes were great. I wish there were more of him. I love Mark Ruffalo as this
Mark
character.
Ruffalo.
Yeah. And yeah, I wanted to see more of him. But what we got, I mean, his Hulk scenes were awesome. So
Mhm.
really loved it. Loved it. So and like you said, that I hope this is going in the right direction for what we're gonna have to come in future Marvel movies. Like I really love Thunderbolts and I really loved Fantastic Four from last year, and this is another awesome movie. So yeah, I just hope they continue on in the right direction.
They're definitely pushing that way for sure, it seems.
Yeah. So we got Doomsday, dude. I'm so excited. Counting down.
Doomsday. We also got Vision Quest.
We do have Vision Quest. Yep. Want to mention there is a post-credit scene in this movie, and we won't say anything, but you can use your own interpretation of what is going on. So, yeah. So, yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Cool post-credit scene. So, but anyway, so we're caught up with our movie reviews. Been a while since we've done this, so we're going to we're gonna make sure to schedule our next one, like hopefully within the next couple weeks. So
yeah, for sure. So 2 weeks from today puts us at the 20th, but we want to aim for a weekend.
yes,
So let's aim for the 23rd.
that sounds
Puts us
great
a
with me.
little bit over 2 weeks. The 23rd is a
Yeah.
Sunday, and we'll try to aim for around this 8 o'clock time frame again as well.
Okay, on Sunday, 23rd Sunday.
That works out because by the time this ends, we can watch get House of Dragons will be over. Never mind. I was gonna say it'll end and then House of Dragons will be on, but no, House of Dragons finale is this upcoming weekend. So
oh my goodness, cool. So, but anyway, and then and Nathan Mills says, "Are you all gonna go see Insidious?" I'm excited for it.
I know it comes out. It's on my list. Somebody told me the new trailer dropped, and I've just not watched it yet.
It's pretty good. I liked it better than the last trailer.
Yeah, it's on my list of movies to watch. I don't even know what day it comes out, to be honest. It just really depends on how busy we are.
Sometime in August.
That's what I was thinking. Out of the Further comes out August 21st. So right before the next podcast episode, actually, ironically. So very, very likely. I do know I want to go see End of Oak Street next weekend.
I do too.
I want to see that for sure. Ice Cream Man and Super Troopers 3 comes out this Friday. Super Troopers, I'll probably just wait till it comes out. It's not a movie I'm like, oh my god, about. I would like to see Ice Cream Man, but I don't know. Without driving to like Louisville, I don't know if it's going to be playing anywhere near us.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
So that might be one. Yeah, that might be one we just wait until it comes out. But yeah, we'll for sure next episode we'll dabble into Oak Street, maybe Insidious if we get time to watch it before we stream. But we do have a theme for our next episode, and it is hot takes.
Hot takes. Hot dog.
So yeah, hot dog. So in our next episode, Justin and I are going to be going back and forth about different hot takes that we find in movies. Yeah.
Yep. So, I'm excited for that. I'm excited.
For instance, just to give you an idea, and this is a hot take, I think that the Dark Knight movies are not that good. They're only good because they have good villains.
Well, this is my hot take. I think Hereditary is an overrated horror movie.
But we'll save some more for the next episode.
Some more. Oh, I do want to show TJ something though. I got him a little gift, a little present, a little present for TJ.
Oh, nice, Evil Dead. Nice, the original 4K. Hell yeah.
Sweet. There you go, sir. There you go.
Is that because you upgraded and got that beautiful box set I was looking at the other day?
That and I got the 4K Steelbook. But I would only give it to you.
Yeah, that box set was pretty sweet, though. I will say
it was pretty. I'll show you. Let me get it real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead and show it off.
Oh my gosh. I'm getting way too old. Okay. Look at that. Yeah, that's nice. It opens up.
Dude, show them the picture on the inside because that's like the coolest part of it. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's let's take this out. I'm struggling. Okay. Groovy.
This is groovy, and the shotguns, the
O's.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I love it. No. So, but yeah, I love that. Love it. Evil Dead's one of my favorite horror movie franchises. So Evil Dead Burn, like it's okay. Like I didn't dislike it, so I still enjoy it. So it's one of the stronger franchises for me. So Nathan says got my Evil Dead Steelbook. I got mine too, buddy. So
Nice. Didn't
but
you
yeah.
give me Evil Dead 1? I think it was a Blu-ray steelbook, but
Did I?
I think you did.
Maybe.
Give me like 5 seconds. I'm gonna go check.
Okay. Maybe I gave him something. I can't remember. I think I gave you Evil Dead Rise, like the standard 4K. Oh, hot dog, I did. Well,
it's not 4K, but
if you want the 4K, it's yours, sir. So
why not?
why not? Why not?
Just keep the steelbook just for collector's fun.
Just for collector's fun. Just for
Collector's fun.
collectors.
All right. What else? What else we got coming up? We got Scarefest coming up here in a couple weeks.
Not a couple weeks.
Or a couple months. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
And then possibly I haven't talked to Megan. We might do that horror convention this weekend too.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, on Sunday.
I did talk to like some things I wanted to talk about. You brought up last night, starting to do like TikToks, like
yes,
getting involved with that.
The only issue I have with that is I would need to invest time into going through the videos and clipping things, and I think our next episode would be great for that.
I think,
and
so
I just
too.
have so little time right now whilst mowing season's going on.
It's hard. It really is hard.
Especially now that Lily's school has just started, and then I go back to school in 11 days. So like my time frame is going to crunch even more.
Well,
I'm waking up right now at 6 a.m. and then I'm pretty much running until like 9:30 Monday through Wednesday. It's just awful.
That's bad. We've been busy.
Yeah.
I mean, you're super busy. We've just been busy. It's really hard to schedule. I also had an idea of like when we go like Scarefest or like to the movies, doing like some type of vlog. And like posting it like on our YouTube channel and then on Facebook so you all can see it. Because I think that would be really fun. I think it'd be fun to dive into that. So having a day out to the movies, like, you know, before the movie, after the movie, in between, like all that stuff. So I mean that could be something we dive into. So but yeah, there's just like a lot of things. But I'm so grateful because we didn't really talk about it. I mean, we've talked about our 1-year anniversary. We didn't really like celebrate it, but it's amazing. Like we're over a year, bud, doing this, and I have so much fun doing it. So we'll get back on a better routine as far as like doing these go. But you know, this has just been awesome. I'm having a blast. I still have a blast with it.
Yeah, I might look into like some kind of like cheap portable vlog camera too. I think would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We got this. We'll figure it out. So
we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this was fun. I had a blast. This was great. We finally got to talk about these 3 major movies.
Absolutely. They were definitely bigger blockbusters for us too, so I was ready for it.
Me too, dude. I mean, we've talked about these before, but I was like, let's talk. I'm ready for it, especially the Odyssey. Like that was one I was like, yes. But no, it's been you know, like I said, Evil Dead for me, an okay film, but still not bad. But the other 2 movies I really love. So big fan. But anyway, we're gonna wrap this. Everybody watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Please make sure to like this. If I forgot to put the links below, I will put the links in there now after this. So please go follow our Spotify, our Facebook page, TJ's YouTube channel, streams, my YouTube channel, our YouTube collab channel. Please go do that. Share this. And then everybody watching on Facebook, thank you so much for the comments. We really appreciate it. love you all, and yeah. So just thank you. Thank you.
Y'all have a good night.
Have a good night. Talk to you soon.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Peace out.